That's a cute bloke. Yeah, you better use it.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
66 songs. They took like fucking how long? Recorded 2-3 years ago.
Anytime I see one of you talking about, oh, it's great, it's going so well. I'm like,
I was
fucking
done a
get
long
something.
time ago. It's just about to cut. Awesome, you man. Let's see if we can get some merch going. I'm really like, so tight.
At least you're not going to do merch. CD. There's nothing worse when someone puts out a shirt before they put a CD out.
How many bands in Hobart have done that? Oh, man, why?
I think Rick even had designs before the Gabe CD came out, and I was like, if you do that, you'll think this week. I might hold it. I think they did put it out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it works really amazing.
Even everyone knows that it's fucking people in the band, so they knew that was going to be merch or something.
Yeah.
So that's kind of different. But when people go out of their way and actually pay people to do the shit,
It'd be expensive to have different colours, like just your base colour.
Peppo can only do four, I think.
You'd be able to do basic colours. Oh, because I've just been fucking around with like sick, that looks sick. Have all rainbow colours. Tie-dye. Fluoro
Give it up, find out if they're going to have it.
Give it up with them.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Queenborough Oval here in the Bay. Welcome to this magnificent day for football, a magnificent day for the Reclink Community Cup. My name is Jane Longhurst and I am making it up as I go along. Sitting alongside me is...
Tubes Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. What a great day for footy here, Jane. The Community Cup between the Van Diemen Dogs as we see them running out between their big banner, led out by their captain. Chalky runs out through the banner. What a legend, Matthew Chalk. And we are joined, of course, by Peter Cullen from Reclink Australia. Peter, welcome.
Thank you. Another exciting Community Cup. And the theme of the 2017 National Series is Streets of Our Town. And Reclink, the Reclink, the charity behind the event, a lot of the people we work with coming from the streets of the various cities and towns of Australia. So very fitting in that way. And of course this great game, Australian rules, so life-giving, so exciting, creates so much belonging and community, and we're seeing this firsthand today. Some great pre-game speeches before they started. It was entertaining, it was fun to be in the rooms, and thank you people for coming along and supporting your friends, supporting the charity, and supporting family members. I think that's just great. So well, thank you to the broadcast team up here for getting involved, for all the people who've been giving their time. It's just marvellous. And look at the umpires there in green, eh? Isn't that great to see them in green? Almost a full footy team themselves.
They certainly blend into the hedge over there, Jane. Now, you played in this game last year. You're in a different position this year. How did it feel to play last year?
Well, Tubes, look, I'm proud to say that I played in the inaugural Hobart Community Rec Cup Link match, but of course I've done a hammy in 2017, so I thought I'd rest my hammy up here on the pine, up on the bench, and happy to lend my services and my tonsils here to commentate with special comments, and I think they're pretty special, Tubes. But Peter, the reason we're here, it's all because of you.
Look, no, it's not just because of me, but really it's about bringing all the different parts of the community together to work together to create opportunity. And that's normally the welfare agencies of various cities working in homelessness, mental health and drug and alcohol, using sports and arts. We've got a bit of fun going here. It's all colour, it's all vigour, it's all go. Just a little bit of an intimidating feeling.
Yeah, rank.
What's he trying to say? Just a bit of an intimidating feeling going on. And yeah, it's going to, gee, I reckon this is setting the scene. Oh, they're coming back. They're coming back. They're showing that they mean business. They're cutting through.
No intimidation tactics.
There's a bit of colour. The game hasn't even started. Whoa, what are we on here for today?
Umpires really need to take control here, Peter, I reckon. The Ramona's about to run through the banner. They're going back inside. And the Dogs, of course, the Van Diemen Dogs, out there just doing the right thing, getting the legs limbered up, stretching up properly, led by their captain, Matthew Chalk, the big man. You'll see him running around the beacon. Good on you, Chalky. Hey, Ramonas. Ramonas. It is the media versus the musos. So the Dogs out there who are on the ground, they are the musos. The media going back in for one last media conference inside their change rooms. And they're coming out on the ground. So a great game about to get started here, ladies and gentlemen. Some of Hobart's celebrities running around, some of Tassie's celebrities all the way across the state. So Jane's going to head down ground side. I'll stay up here in the grandstand. The Ramona's about to come back out, I think. So Peter, it's all about raising money for a great cause.
Oh, absolutely, and it's great to see the music, Rock Dogs come together as well. And look, it means an enormous amount to us to get our work out. We've been working on this since 1989, and it takes a long time to get people behind what we're doing. So, and when you see it on the ground, how it touches people's lives when they're involved, when they're a part of something, when they're creative. After experiencing maybe depression or low moods or even suicidal feelings really. So, it can mean an enormous amount to people, and it's not uncommon for people to use the expression, you know, it's given me my life back, or it's saved my life, or it's opened a door inside me. So it's just great to be actually able to access something sometimes, and particularly if you're pretty isolated.
Right, we're going to cross down to, I think, down there, is that with you, Jane, or Connor?
No, it's actually Jason.
Oh,
Tunes.
Jason,
Thanks very
how are you,
much.
Jason?
Yes.
Good to see you, mate. Didn't see you.
Hobart! Massive round of applause, Hobart! I'm sure we can build on that, Jane. Gee whiz. Hey, Slim, before we do lots of introductions, it's based on the Go-Betweens, a seminal band from the 80s and 90s, and the song Streets of Your Town. And in that lyric, it says, the Grant McLennan says, and don't the sun look good today, and the rain is not on the way. Let's cross to the main stage to celebrate the 2017 Community Cup themed Streets of Your Town. Give it up for Tim Rosenmulder and Marge Hanson with Streets of Your Town. Give it up for Tim and Margie with the Go-Between Streets of Your Town. So fitting in Sandy Bay. My name is Jason Evans, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm very appreciative to be here on this fantastic occasion to celebrate the 39th Community Cup in history and the second time that we've called Hobart home of Community Cup football. It gives me great pleasure to welcome to the microphone the CEO of Reclink Australia, Mr. John Dallas. John.
Jason, thanks so much for your fantastic and energetic introduction to the Community Cup. Hobart, how good is this? What a beautiful day. What a fantastic location. and what a fantastic opportunity to support the community. Reclink is deeply indebted and grateful for all the support from all the volunteers and of course everyone who's been involved in the Community Cup. To Jason, thank you so much for leading the charge again this year. I want to take the opportunity to acknowledge and thank the Ramonas, Connor and of course the team, and Ryan as the coach, and of course the team for the Van Diemen's Dogs. To all of our sponsors, Young Henrys, Bluntstones, and all the fantastic sponsors who supported us and continue to support the Reclink Community Cup, thank you so much. I'd like to call upon now Tom. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, my name's Thomas Riley. I'm a Trawulway person from Tasmania. My family are from Cape Barren Island. I'm going to do an acknowledgement and then a welcome to country. So I want to acknowledge my elders past and present as the custodians of this land, Nipaluna, that we meet on today. Ya Palingana, Nipaluna Tu, Miladina Palawa, which means hello and welcome to Nipaluna, Palawa country. Nipaluna is our word for Hobart. Thank you.
Good to see you, mate. Not wearing the red and white today?
Nah, definitely not up for 2 years in a row.
It's always next year, mate. It's always next year. Thanks very much, Tom. Great to see you. Can we get the two captains out for the very important rigged coin toss? We've got Chalky. John's going to do the honours here. So the home side will call. What is your call, Kane?
Heads.
Heads is the call, John, with the flip. And it's a heads. Are you going to bat or bowl?
This way. We're going this way.
We're going to the Mount Wellington end. Well, as they say in wrestling, let's get ready to rumble.
Well, thanks very much, Jason Evans.
Just before we go, Jane, out of here in the middle, give us the conditions here.
It's pretty spongy underfoot. We've had a lot of rain in the last 7 days, so I don't expect it'll have drained away. I don't think there's been a lot of investment in irrigation here at Queenborough.
My understanding is they spent $2 million 2 years ago.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Travels over to the Northland.
That's all right. Hey, listen, everyone, Young Henrys is here, as John mentioned, some great sponsors. Please help out, because that's how we're going to raise heaps of money. And if you're under 18, there's heaps of soft drinks. The food outlets. The Bluntstone will be kicking the Bluntstone footy quarter time. Enough of my yakking, boys. Back up to you in the commentary position.
Thanks very much, Jason. Well, I've got, of course, Peter Cullen up here from Reclink Australia. There was a massive build-up there, mate.
This is a bigger build-up than the 2017 Grand Final, and that's some of the best emceeing that I've seen there from Jason Evans, who, by the way, was the founder of the Reclink Community Cup. Many of you may not know that, but yeah, it just really makes the day to have it let in like that. And the excitement builds. They're all spread across the ground, almost in the traditional lineups there, and gee, the build-up in the rooms, you can feel it. It's just, you can feel the excitement in your stomach as we wait for the bounce of the ball, the anticipation of 12 months, one match, and really a grand final between these two teams. Now, do you know what all the results were last year?
Yeah, I believe it was the Ramonas that run our victors, so they'll be one to watch today. A couple of players to keep your eye out for, folks. Mike Gaffney, David O'Byrne, Will Collis in the stack hat. Chris Rowbottom is the number 17 running around out there, and Big Al DeWays should be running around in the ruck. That's for the Ramonas. For the Van Diemen Dogs, Fletcher Austin, keep your eye on him. Ryan Kinder, Paul Brooks, the Flash, the number 14, keep your eyes out for him. And Tim Rosemolder as well out there running about. We're just waiting for the umpires now, getting ready to bounce the ball for this massive Reclink Cup here at Queenborough Oval. And there's the siren, ladies and gentlemen. We are away. In the ruck, we've got that big man up there. Lewis Dyrene wins it down for the Dogs, goes forward. It's scrappy stuff here already. Nice handball out by the Dogs, and they're away. Off to the number 1 in Jason Mizzen, who drives it forward for the Dogs. It's going to bounce at half forward. It's gone out of bounds, and the umpire will ball it up.
Yeah, on the half-forward flank there, the umpire is about to throw it in. Out, the ball comes in, a pack forms. You can just about throw a blanket over that. Comes the rock team there and kicks it across towards the half-forward line. The ball spills to the ground, and the Romanos, out they come.
Yeah, he's the one to watch down there, David O'Byrne. Peter, he is the one man who probably took it a little bit too seriously last year. Out towards, I think that's Mike Gaffney.
He's a bit of a political football.
Yep. Out towards Phil Young, who drives it long up the half-forward line. How did it feel boundary side there, Jane?
Oh, it was pretty tense.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see a lot of aggression early, and then that'll flag by about 37 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, well, no scores just yet here at Queenborough Oval, but it looks like it'll be another boundary thrown at half forward for the Ramonas. Oh no, free kick going the way of the Ramonas by the looks of things. I can't quite see who it is out there. Just a chip kick forward, going back with a flight. That was courageous.
Was gutsy.
Yep. Aaron Clark.
Strong mark.
Centre wing, and out comes the leading, but the ball spills to the ground. The Ramona player comes in, but the umpire's called a decision.
Yeah, paid the mark to Jay
looks like
Braslin.
it's going the... Sorry, mate.
No, it's going to Jay Braslin, who moves the ball out to half forward for the Ramonas. Long kick forward now by the Dogs out towards Pat Marshall, who's a super keen footballer. Drives it forward again, down to half forward. Here's a chance for the Dogs. The Ramonas standing firm at half back. Scooping it up nicely down there was Damo Peck. And a free kick's been pulled out by the umpires there, Jane. It'll be a free kick to the Ramonas.
Damo Peck's been doing some time up at Mildura training, so good to see he's brought some mainland form down with him. Superstar
David O'Byrne gets a hold of it. Handballs over the top. Coming through with pace there was Braslin. Then just lost his feet, and it's tied up here at centre wing there, Peter. And we'll see a ball up. Have you seen the game so far, Pete?
I just love it. It's got that old traditional footy feel, where players are playing with lots of enthusiasm, lots of passion. They're loving getting the ball. The Dogs look like there's 2 of them there. Both almost put their hands on it together. But the umpires found another kick, another free, it going the way
of the Dogs, I think.
The Dogs, yeah, it would appear. Yeah, he goes back to take his kick. Nice little kick. It doesn't go to one of his players, unfortunately for him, but it's like kick to kick there at the moment. It's seesawing one way and the other between half forward and wing. Tries to kick as long as he can. Found a player in space.
Yeah, that's Lucas Walker who's taken it out there, Jane. You've been to a few trainings. How's Lucas going to kick this one?
Oh, look, there's very little breeze to contend with, so there's every chance. I mean, he's well back from the 50s, so... he'll give this a red-hot go. I predict a torp.
Absolutely. All right, he comes in. Walker from 50, just sets sail. A nice big kick, but it's going to fall short. Down the front of the pack nicely down there is Damo Peck again. We've called his names a couple of times. Kicks it cross goal, but it's gone out on the full. And it should be a free kick going the way of Keith Deverill. Oh, no, he's handed off. The Dogs at a tough pocket to kick the goals from, Jane.
Very tough pocket, very tight, beautiful across the body.
Comes around like a superstar jet, puts the fists in the air, and he's kicked a big six-pointer.
That's spectacular, people.
It's a score. And the first score of the day.
Lovely flag work from the umpires, both ends, one of whom, of course, is Andrew Hogan, optometrist extraordinaire and Batman aficionado.
Well, he would have seen that one nicely, wouldn't he, Jane? Beautiful kick from a tough pocket, and I'm not sure whether we'll see that on the replay or not. I'm just trying to get a number on who that was down there, but I reckon he's played a fair bit of footy. Anyway, back in the middle.
We've got lots of volunteers here today, and the physios have come out. A lady formerly from the rowing Association looks very experienced, so the players are in good hands.
Some crutches came out as well, I noticed, and that's...
Just in case. I don't think
Just
we'll
in
need
case.
them.
It was Will Feldberg that kicked the goal. Will Feldberg, so great goal by Will. Back in the middle. Ruck contest again. Punch down. Flowing out the back. Here comes the flash, Paul Brooks. He's one to watch. He gets wrapped up in a beautiful tackle there by Chris Rowbottom, who's not going to give an inch. Out it comes now to Rick Goddard. Throws it on the boot, and the Ramonas are away. That's a mark paid to Chris Rowbottom, who plays on quickly from the ABC, drives it forward.
Lovely mark.
Big
The crowd
strong
love
mark
it.
down there to Trent Bartlett, the ex-AFL footballer. Long kick inside forward 50. Here's a chance for Peter G. Can't read the bounce like he reads the weather. It bounces over his head, and the Ramonas will unfortunately not get a goal because the Dogs are going to clear for now. Goddard with strength at half forward. Takes the mark, then kicks like a true Kiwi on the left foot, over the top. It comes out the back. Here's a chance now, rolling out the back for that man there in Pat Caruana. Over the top to Kane Young, in towards Aaron Clark. It handballs over the top, and a free kick's been pulled out. It'll go the way of the Ramonas. Who's this down there?
We've got a Ramona player down. I know he's slowly coming to his feet.
Yeah, it looks like Joe Reinberger.
Might bring those crutches in now. Oh.
Joe Reinberg, is that right?
No, I think we might have an incorrect number here.
Aaron.
It's not Aaron Clark. It
not
goes through
Aaron
for
Clark.
a behind.
It's number 3, yeah, it's an incorrect number. But anyway, we'll do our best. 1 point, it goes through for 1 behind. So they've now opened their account. So it's 1 goal to 1 behind is the scores. And the Dogs have marked between half-back flank. Kicks, gets on with it pretty quickly, goes to the back of the pack, but moves into the forward. It's on the wing. It's being shuffled from one player to another. There's a lot of players around the ball. They're trying to bring it out, but the umpire says dropping the ball, and the ball will go to the Ramonas. Short kick, almost kicks onto the man on the mark.
Honeymoy Cox has it now for the Ramonas. Kicks forward by Kane Young. Big strong one down to Bartlett. Bartlett takes a strong grab inside forward 50. Goes back unselfishly. A great kick into the middle and finds Damo Peck off the half-back line. He should kick this goal, Jane.
There's every chance. He's comfortably inside 50, and it's at his preferred end for Damo Peck.
Now, where's Damo from? Damo Peck. What's he do for a cross?
He's coming in to take his kick. He's very steady, very professional, lunges into it. Oh! The big fella marks in front of the point post on an acute angle. That was just fantastic.
Yeah, that is Trent Bartlett, ladies and gentlemen, ex-AFL footballer and Tassie Devil from the VFL. Goes back and bangs around the corner.
What a kick. That was an absolute ripper, Banana.
That kind of banana would make Stevie Milne, who used to play for St Kilda, weep tears, because that was beautifully adjudicated, sensibly kicked by Bartlett, used his body well, around the body. Bravo.
Is he a draft possibility?
He would be if his knees weren't absolutely cooked. Great work by you, Trent Bartlett. You're a superstar, mate, and he waves up to the commentary position. Good job, mate.
That could be the first or last time you're called a superstar, mate, so lap it up.
Matty Chalk down there, the captain for the Dogs, showing Trent Bartlett absolutely no respect, giving him all the room in the world. And we're back in the middle. Over the top, here's a chance now for the Dogs as they run forward. That's super pace. And they drive it into the side, the forward 50. It bounces it here. Plenty of time for the Dog. Handballs off nicely now to Lucas Walker, who goes one way, then the other.
He's had a few touches, Lucas Walker.
Yeah, chips over the top. That's a good, clever grab down there to Fletcher Austin, the vice-captain. Not sure I enjoy his headband. Now the Ramonas looking to clear. Long kick. Here comes the stacker down there, Will Collis. Going back, courageous stuff from the Dogs down there. That's nice work by Rankin. Rankin handballs to a man in trouble, then has to go back and
Goddard over the ball and handballs to the line.
Is that deliberate?
Is that deliberate,
no, the
people?
umpire says throw it in.
That Rankin, he's fiercer than Ned Kelly. Did you see the way he looks like Ned too, doesn't he?
Yeah, Rankin with a rank head. All right, ball in. Sorry to Paul Rankin. but you're a disgusting looking human. Here we go. Nicely worked out by the stack out Will Collins.
Lovely handball then from Aaron Clark.
David O'Byrne, big
Did
fly
you
there.
see that?
Here goes Kane Young.
Young.
It was massive, that big fly. Out the back is Chalk with time and space. Running back there is Pace as well. Pace gets his kick away, out to centre half forward. That's a good clean kick. Out towards Deverill. Deverill can't get a hold of it. Nice little scoop handball up. That's beautifully worked down there by Damo Seaton. And a big tackle. I think that's Roger Hansen that just got tackled down there, Jane.
Gee whiz, that's tall timber to bring down Roger Hansen.
And the ball is cleared by the Dogs in towards the centre, spills to the ground. Big pack of players around the ball. Doesn't look like anybody. The umpire says it's my ball, and we'll ball it up. Up goes the ball. The big fellas go up. The ball spills to the ground. Out comes the Dog. Gets a little handball off. They get another handball off. He spins. He sees a player on the boundary side who goes for a run. One bounce. And he goes, he kicks, he lunges into the ball. And I tell you what, it almost went through the goals.
I think that's right.
It did.
Yeah.
Oh, it did. I can't believe it. I thought it was a point.
I think that's Feldberg again.
That was on the match replay of the day. That is a definite highlight.
Unbelievable stuff down there. I think it was Feldberg again. Even if it wasn't, I'm putting it down. That's his second goal. Well done to Will Feldberg. Even if you're on the bench, mate. Well done. That was a ripping goal.
What a quarter he's had.
What do you do here if you're the Ramonas? They look to have such great run through the middle there, Jane.
Look, they do.
They're a marking side, I think.
Yeah, they do. But the question, I think, is just around their fitness. I think the Van Diemen Dogs have showed a lot of skill, a lot of flair early, and that shows they've been really taking training seriously.
So back in the middle, it comes out nicely there to Walker, who drills it forward again. Here's a chance for the Dogs on centre wing. Handball's off to that running man, Jay Braslin. He throws it on the boot. It wasn't him at all. It was Matt Seaton that drove it forward. Now the Ramonas get tackled without it. The umpire's hot on it, and he says that's a free kick to the Ramonas. And 52. Oh, dear. Have the Dogs started going to the pack? Oh, that's a good call, Joe. That was very clever. There we go. Anyway, it's a 50-metre penalty. Undisciplined stuff here, Pete. As the ball goes forward, down towards Taylor and co. It's going to go the other way, though. A nice mark down there. Peter G.
The Ramonas kick towards... Oh, the Ramona has marked it. Now, what's... do we know the name of this player?
Yeah, this is the big man, Roger Hansen.
Roger comes in. He kicks it. He does kick it straight, but not long, and it's marked by the Dogs in the last line of defence. And he's found an option, a running option. He's moving down the half-back flank. He's looking for another option on the wing, and he's found it. The ball spills at the last second. But he did run hard to try and get that ball, but just did not favour the way that he would like that to have gone. He's ran hard. He's breathing hard.
Yep. I just want to talk about Lucas Walker. They call him the Shredder out there. I went to training a couple of weeks ago, and he was called the Shredder because he was shredding up the track. He was absolutely killing it out there. It comes out to Golding. Down on these hands and knees is the flash, Paul Brooks. Umpire says, no, give it to me, I'll ball it up. And we will see a ball up here at centre wing. Big game here, Jane. How are you seeing it?
Look, the Van Diemen Dogs have really come to play. They're really willing. Hey, Crusader!
Who is that? That's a superstar in the middle there. Handball's off nicely there to Grant Smith, who drives it forward in the Bartlett direction and extends the hamstrings and the arms and takes a mark inside forward 50 in front of the captain out there, Matty Chalk. So Trent Bartlett.
Do we know who the player is with the blue
No.
blue hat? Do we know what team they're on?
They're definitely on the Ramonas sides, judging by the socks.
He comes in.
Weird get up.
Looks at the goal. Oh, I tell you what.
No, he's missed it.
1 point.
No, he's missed it. That's a shocking kick out there. I'm not sure who that is in the... it could be... I'm not sure who it is. JL. But anyway, Chalk to bring the ball out from half-back. Goes out wide. That's a clever kick. All dropped it because of the pressure coming hard there from Meg Perkins. Meg goes again. She's a little terrier. She's got a hold of it, then just scoops it out to Bartlett. Bartlett off the side of the boot, drills it inside forward 50, and a strong mark taken by Will Collins down inside forward 50. Tough angle, has a man inside. Paul Brooks goes back with it. Oh, didn't have his eyes on the balls, but somehow it come into his hands. And this is why they call him the Flash, ladies and gentlemen, because he's always running up the wing. Beautiful long kick down towards his half-forward man. Can't quite take the mark. Trying hard down there is Damo Peck again, and he's going to earn the free kick. Plays on to advantage. Kicks it long. Has two Ramonas out here all by themselves. Yeah, this is Chris Rowbottom, the man from ABC. Grandstand, kicks it over the top, chances over the back, pushing the back, Collins gets a hold of it, Taylor from around the corner bends, but not enough.
That was a nice snap, and they're peppering the goal here at the moment.
Yeah, wasteful from the Ramonas. They'll be pretty disappointed. Roger Hansen was pretty disappointed himself. He didn't make it 6 points earlier. Of course, he is our agricultural guru here in Hobart.
And our coaches today, Coach Connor Farrell is the Ramonas here, and playing coach Ryan Kinder from the Dogs. So we've got a playing coach on one, the playing coach versus the off-field coach. I presume that's an off-field coach, Connor Farrell.
So the ball's out on centre wing now. Gee, that was a strong mark in defence by Paul the Flash Brooks, former University Football Club superstar, now plays in a band of some variety. Ball in, centre wing. Big ruck contest. Old Dog wins it down. In towards the man with the grey hair. Handballs over the top. Out come the Dogs. They've got a person in the middle. Just needs to assess the options here. Gets his kick forward. Strong down to half forward now. Big punch away. Coming in hard there late was Reece J. Anderson. Is he like Michael J. Fox? You have to say his J in the middle of his name. I guess it is. Here they go again, the Dogs. Handballs over the top. Last man on defence is Rick Goddard. He's surrounded by 5 or 6 Dogs. And the Goddard factor has worked. And we should see, no, it comes out the back. Goddard goes again. He's tenacious, the Kiwi. Drives it forward. Big fly. And the Dogs take a mark at half forward in the form of Pat Marshall. So Paddy Marshall driving it inside forward 50. Has a man out wide. Couldn't quite take the mark. I think that's Jace Mizzen. No, it's not at all. It's Tom Henry with a man with 2 first names, and you can't trust them to kick a goal. It is touched across the line.
I love that, 2 first names. Fantastic.
Here they come now, the Ramonas. Rowbottom, who's been prolific. Kicks long to Taylor, taking the mark. Handballs off to a running man. And they're away here, the Ramonas. No one's coming at him. Arriving late is Pat Marshall. That's a great tackle. Great way to affect the spoil. Taylor from 50 drives it on the boot. Yeah, Big Hanson just almost sits on his head and cops a falcon. Bartlett goes one way, then the other. Handballs over the top. Down there, I think that's, is that Emma? No, it's not. Oh, the man with a helmet off to Hanson. Hanson get his handball off nicely to Collins over the top. Oh, strong mark to the Dogs down there. Tyler Richardson. Who was that? What happened there?
David O'Byrne just got rubbished into the ground. That can't be legal.
No, I'm not sure it is legal. The kick goes long up the wing, arriving late the Ramonas. Now a chance for the Dogs, kicking up the middle of the wing. Over the back is Mel Grant. She takes the mark and plays on quickly. Umpire says, no, you can have a free kick, Mel. Go back and have it. So Mel Grant for the Dogs. She kicks forward. That's a great little chip. And flying through Mike Gaffney, the beacon from the northwest coast. You can see him wherever he goes because the sun just bounds off the head. That's a nice strong kick out wide. And they're going forward now again, the Dogs. Handballed off quickly there to Pat Caruana. He kicks long in the Bartlett direction, but going back with a flight, the stuck hat, the armadillo, Will Collins takes the mark inside 50. And he should just settle here. Take your helmet off, Will. Throw the grass up. See how he goes. That's a strong, long kick, but he sprayed it. And, Pete, are the Ramonas kicking their way out of this game?
Well, they've got every opportunity and they're peppering the points. They just need a breakthrough. Look at the sun just sitting on that ground. What a beautiful day for football in perfect conditions. Out come the Dogs. They've found someone, but they've got a one-on-one. But another player comes in from behind and takes the mark.
Yeah, interesting.
He's showing where he wants the ball to go. They fly in the air, but nobody really takes it. And the player is caught as he comes down with it. What player is that one there?
that was, I think that was Adrian Howlett. Big ruck contest again. Comes out nicely. Quick kick forward nicely by Coleman, who drives it forward to another headband. The old headband just hiding the scars. Beautifully worked by Coleman again. Bit of stuff in the hair. Beautiful tackle. Umpire's called a free kick. A little bit too high, though, by Honey Moy Cox. So Honey's away. Here we go again. Coleman again just runs. Oh, sells a bit of candy. And the number 15, Duck Pond, spending too much time worried about his hat. The Dogs go forward. It's gone out of bounds. And that is quarter time, ladies and gentlemen. It is 2-1-13, the Ramonas, to 1-4-10. 3 points. The Dogs are in front down there, Pete. Now, you're going to go down at quarter time and do a few interviews, Jane, aren't you?
Sure am.
Excellent first quarter. Yeah, we've got one. We've got one hamstring here. You can see it already. There he is. He's waving to the crowd. I think the crowd will really enjoy this. We've got the band there later. There's food for sale. There's pies. There's hamburgers. You can get yourself a beer or water. It's all there for people. So during the break, you may like to get something to eat. We'll cross down to Jason Evans on the boundary line.
Thanks, Peter. Great calling there. The people that you meet when you come in Hobart. Now, people refer to you as Stinky Nick, and there's Green Nick, and Senator Nick, good to see you. Big round of applause for your senator, ladies and gentlemen. Or you're not senator. The big question, and I was just over there with a group of people, mate, how many passports do you have, and is it all legit?
Well, I've only got the one at the moment, but I confess I've had multiple in the past, Evo.
That's very good. Now, first time ever, your advisor just told me, first time you've actually walked to the bar and bought a beer in your life. Mate, how was that? Just talk us through that process.
Well, it was a difficult journey. I had to, warm up before I started. I've got to the bar, figured out I didn't have enough cash, so I've hit one of my staffers up for a loan. And I noticed she bought you a beer as well, mate.
That's right. We'll just keep that in check there. Mate, obviously you got the Ramonas kind of thing. We don't have a green scarf here, but the red and white matches you guys. Green on the outside and red and white pink if you combine red and white in the middle. Just talk us through this ground. What is the history of this ground?
Well, I was actually a Sandy Bay Football Club supporter when I was a young kid and used to get up here and watch the mighty Seagulls when we weren't playing in the grand finals at North Hobart, of course. So this is a fantastic ground. It's been part of the history of footy in Tasmania for a long time through Sandy Bay, and it's just a magnificent community facility now, and fantastic to see you guys here today.
Well, thanks for the invitation, and I'm really glad that North Hobart was booked today because this is a much better ground, isn't it?
Certainly is, mate. But look, can I just give a shout out to one of the Ramonas? I think he's number 17, Caruana. Now, he works on my stuff, and I can tell you, Evo, he has been carb loading for years to get ready for this game. Young Paddy Caruana, and he's over there, and I just want to give a big shout out to him because he's had a shocking first quarter.
Well, he's not alone there. Just for people that are new to Community Cup can be defined as watching two teenagers make out somewhere. There's lots of touching and fumbling and not much penetration.
Evo, I'm going to leave that one and let it go through to the keeper, mate.
That's good, but you've joined me. We'll be raffling the match ball, and so your Senator Nick is going to be joining me. We're going to sell some raffle tickets during this quarter. You're going to meet the people, press the flesh. They're $2 each, 3 for $5. The score's there, 2-1-13, 1-4-10. As they say, it's anyone's game. Back to you guys up there. Sorry there, guys. You weren't prepared for that, were you?
Just doing what you're doing, mate, trying to get to the bar, but I couldn't quite get there. You called me back before I managed to get a beer in the middle. That's all right. No, we're right. We're ready to go. It's a very close game here, ladies and gentlemen. 3 points. I think the Ramonas have had the most of it, though. Obviously, 5 scoring shots to 3. Plenty of footy left here at Queenborough Oval. I'm joined up here by my niece, Isabel. Would you like to say hello to anyone? No, she's gone all quiet. Thanks, little man. Got the little mascot up here for the Ramonas. Doing a good job. But the coaches out there, Connor Farrell and Ryan Kinder, would be absolutely trying to fire their troops right up. Of course, we are streaming across the globe on Duff TV here at Queenborough. So hello to all those folks that are listening around the world. Jane Longhurst has been over at the Dogs huddle. I'm sure she'll be back with a bit of inside information. Goal kickers for the Dogs, Will Feldberg with 2 absolute rippers. To be honest, I know he kicked the first one. I don't know whether he kicked the second one or not. And for the Ramonas, it was Trent Bartlett with their solitary goal. Probably should have had a couple. Dogs are all fired up. Gee, they're spending a fair bit of time in the huddle. We're just waiting for Jane Longhurst from the OBC to come on back. Oh, look at this.
And a famous football commentator died during the week, Harry Beitzel.
Yes.
Passed away, and yeah, he was one of the great commentators, and this is Harry Beitzel, and this is My Say. Do people remember that voice?
I reckon they probably do.
Who have been some of the great commentators here in Tasmania?
Oh,
of course,
Tim Lane,
came
absolute
from
legend,
Tasmania.
yeah.
And some of the great footballers that have come out of Tasmania, Peter Hudson, you know, to be one
Richo.
of the greatest teams of all time. Royce Hart, Johnny Devine, Brent Croswell, wasn't it? Brent Croswell's come from Tasmania. Lots of great footballers have come out of this great football state.
Now, Jane, there are plenty of footballers that come out of the state. That's absolutely right, Peter. There's plenty still to come too as we start.
Any relatives of famous players on the ground here today?
Well, Trent Bartlett's a great Tasmanian footballer, played with the Bulldogs out there. Now, Jane, you went out to the huddle at quarter time. What was the message?
Yeah, it was really interesting to get some inside intelligence there. From the Van Diemen Dogs perspective, the clear comment coming from Ryan Kinder was to drop it in long and don't get sucked too far up. That's what I picked up from that quarter time huddle. Make of that what you will.
They got sucked too far up.
And,
anyway.
And from Connor Farrell, who of course is coaching the Ramonas, he was urging his players to take their time. See the gaps, plug the gaps, and take their time.
Well.
So we'll be interested to see how fitness attrition is on the index at the end of this game.
Speaking of plugging gaps, Mike Gaffney's very much involved in the middle of the ground here. Coming through hard there is Damien Seaton. He can't quite get a hold of it. Coleman, it comes out to. Handball's out nicely, but he tripped over, and the umpire's going to pay a free
Deliberate.
kick for, contact below the knees. It'll go to the man from Latrobe, Mike Gaffney. Gaffney from half-back for the Ramonas. Chipping up long. That's a clever kick to Taylor, who takes it on the chest. Have a shot, son. Oh, you've got to go back off the mark, you moron, as he kicked it into the man on the mark. Don't worry, folks, that's my brother. I'm allowed to call him a moron, and I know he is one. As they go forward, and Keith Deverell right on the last line of defence.
Touched.
Hey, Dan Taylor out there, mate, you got to take a few steps back off the mark, okay, buddy, because you nearly cost the whole side a goal. Yeah. All right, so great defensive work down there by the Ramonas.
Tubes Taylor there with live comments on how to play the game.
Big long kick out by Damo Peck it was. And a strong mark taken down there by the Flash. He just chips it in nicely, chopping it off though. The Ramonas doing a great job, a bit of friendly fire there. It comes out nicely, quick kick forward, and it'll be almost the mark taken down there by Will Collis. He can't quite get a hold of it. Oh, brilliant tackle, because that's holding the ball. And the free kick will go the way of the Dogs. So plug the gaps, Jane. That's what it's all about.
That was what Connor was impressing upon his crew.
Here they go again. Quick kick away there by Damo Peck, who's been one of the best on ground. It's been marked by the Flash Brooks. Kicking forward. Oh,
lovely mark.
That is the old dog. That's what we've got him down as. Big strong kick out towards Taylor, who looks like he's done a hammy.
Yep.
Oh no, he's lost the
Or
boot.
his cramp.
He's lost the boot.
They're calling for crutches.
Rolled an ankle, I think. Oh, that's no good. That's a big miss. Kick forward. Strong grab taken down there by Pat Marshall.
Lovely kick in from Miley.
Big punch away by the captain, Big Elder Ways. Coming through flash with a little bit of a check side action. And it's going out of bounds.
Wasn't
and we will
deliberate, was it,
see.
Tubes?
No way. Surely not. So boundary throw in. Looks like Taylor's done for the day, and I feel guilty about ripping into him now,
And
Jane.
calling him a moron.
Oh, he's still a moron, no doubt. I love him though, he's my brother, so it's all good. Yeah, Paul Brooks, you ran too far, mate. You need to learn. Oh, and a flick of the bird, that's nice.
Dylan Hooper gets the free after that gut-busting smother. Kicks it deep, just next to the square. Nice mark, pushes, shoves off some dogs.
Elderways kicks in the Gaffney direction. It bounces inside forward 50 for the Ramonas. They're looking dangerous here.
Phil Young was worrying the ball.
Clever handball over the top by Chloe Opitz, and he kicks.
Took his time.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Trent Bartlett kicks his second, and a big 6-pointer for the Ramonas. What a beautiful bit of play there, Jane.
So skillful.
And I really liked how Chloe Opitz jumped in there and just handballed over the top. Knew she was out of position, handballed to Trent Bartlett, and Trent Bartlett went bang and kicked a big 6-pointer.
Great vision, Tubes, great vision. I reckon the standard of play has really ratcheted up a notch from 2016.
So, back in the middle. Ball up. Elderways in the ruck. Big punch away.
Oh.
Matchday raffles going around here at the minute. Here they go, the Dogs. Big tackle by Elderways. Put enough pressure on the kicker. Coming through hard there nicely was Rowan Pace. And a nice effort there by the Ramonas to clear, but it's coming straight back in the form of Nick White, the Frog. Nick White, the Frog, kicks it over the top.
To Patrick Marshall. Patrick Marshall with the ball just outside the Ramonas 50.
Yeah, Pat Marshall, a superstar of the music scene, kicks it up. Down to that hot spot. Brooks flew. Umpire didn't pay any free kicks. Said play on. It's scrappy stuff here, and we'll see another ball up. Do you miss playing, Jane? Do you wish you were out there?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. But the hammy's just not holding up yet, but there's always next year.
Yep, you'll be right. You'll be right. As it comes
look
out
at the little
nicely.
terrier.
Yeah, Lucas Walker
Lucas
it was.
Walker.
Tried to handball off to Jay Braslin, and a quick kick away there by Damo Peck, who's been probably best on ground for mine so far. What do you think, Jane? Who's been their standouts for you?
Look, Damo Peck's certainly been prolific, but you can't go past Bartlett and the surety and the class of someone who's actually played the game for money.
Yes. Big punch away, comes down to Brooks, who handballs over the top, diving on it. A few Ramonas go to ground. Nice quick one out the back to Will Feldberg, who's dangerous as he kicks forward again, and right on the line there, almost the mark. It should be paid to Mel Gent, and Mel Gent will go back from right in front.
Yeah, comfortable distance.
Yep, and put the Dogs back in front. Let's get around her, ladies and gentlemen. Mel Gent. Tough kick, tough angle. Oh, right on the last line of defence.
She had accuracy but was touched. Damo Peck drilling it out, looking for Peter G by the look.
Damien Seaton off the ground in towards Gaffney. Gaffney's made the trip down, gets his kick away, and then got taken down. No free kick. Punched forward. Here's a chance now for Phil Young. Umpire's called legged, and it'll be a free kick going the way.
Pat Caruana is calling for it. He's begging for it.
He's begging. Bartlett on a lead, and that's a strong grab. I tell you what, I would not want to be the dog that's playing on Trent Bartlett. He's a bull. That's a clever kick too down the armadillo.
I reckon Bartlett's got to be wearing 2 taggers for a game like this, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. I don't know what Coach Ryan Kinder's doing, but he needs to put 2 people in the hole to plug it up, so Bartlett's got nowhere to lead. Anyway, Will Collins going back, and he's kicked it behind. The raffle's going around, ladies and gentlemen. It's $2 each, or 3 for $5, raising money across the globe.
And what's the prize, Nick McKim? What's the prize?
The match
football.
Wow.
Did you say A-grade celebrities?
Grade A celebrities. Wowee.
Yes, I know whoever wins the ball will never wash it again.
Oh, look, you've got someone behind you.
Here's your tickets. There you go. Good luck.
Anyway, back to the footy. No, you're right.
I haven't paid for any yet.
You want me to buy you some, James? There you go. I'll pay for James. Back in the footy, and it's gone out of bounds again. Spending a fair amount of time out there on that far wing.
Speaking of fair amount of time, Tubes, I gather you were at a birthing class, which is why you were late to the commentary box.
Yes.
Tell us about it, Tubes.
Having a baby at the end of September, and very nervous about it. Saw some obstructive videos today that made me think that I've made a wrong decision. But good times.
Yeah, can't pull out now.
No, can't pull out now. Probably should have a while ago. Anyway, back at the footy. It's coming out for the Dogs. Dogs kick long. That's a strong mark down there to Martin Blackwell, who's got an interesting kit on. He got the socks up and the headband on, looking like a proper tool. Kicks it up long. That's a good mark going back to the flight. Alder Ways takes the mark. Kicks long. Strong grab almost. It goes over the back. Coleman gets wrapped up in a tackle. Here come the Dogs though. The Ramonas, just Honey is in there as well. Honey Moy Cooks. That's a big tackle on Phil Young, and there's been a free kick paid. It's for holding the ball. It'll go the way of Coleman for the Dogs. Dogs going in the middle.
That blonde hair of Coleman reminds me, of course, of the great Tasmanian Nick Riewoldt, who's playing his last game over at Etihad as we speak.
Gee, that's a big fist. Nicely worked out there by Dylan Hopper, who throws it on the boot.
Ooh.
Strong grab again for
Damo
the Ramonas.
Peck.
He's taken it too seriously for mine.
He was flown in especially for today's game, people.
Hey, Damo, give us a wave, mate. All right, then. Obviously taking it too serious. Thanks very much for not waving. Beautiful work down there by the Ramonas. Almost tried to kick forward, and the Dogs should clear. Quick handball over the top. In comes Shredder and co. Coleman's down there too, as is O'Byrne. And we'll see a ball up. Folks, I'm just making these names up as I go along. I've got no idea who these people are. Only kidding. Big punch forward. Old Bartlett's in the way. Out comes Chalk. This is going to be a battle of two twin towers.
Captain.
It's like Rest Point Casino versus Country Club, and the Country Clubs come out on top. That's a lie, and it's in the forward 50. Quick handball over the top. Here comes O'Byrne. Inside 50, and O'Byrne.
He makes no mistake. David O'Byrne, quite a chatty player on the field, chatty at training, talking everyone up. He'll be very pleased with that form to deliver a nice goal there for the Ramonas.
The Ramonas kick out, and their lead now extends. It is 2-2-14 to 3-5-23. 9 points the difference.
That's probably the biggest gap we've had in the game so far, Chips.
Yeah, I think so. We might have to get an injury update at half time here for you, folks. I wonder how Dan Taylor's going, the poor bugger.
And Joel Reinberger's knee.
Joel Reinberger, yeah, that's no good. As they slip over again, here's a chance over the back for the Ramonas. Spinning out of trouble beautifully. They go forward, and here's a chance for Bartlett going back with a flight. Crazy, reckless abandonment for his own safety. It comes over the top, a quick handball away, but the Dogs do well. They clear. Kane Young gets in the way. It's picked up nicely there by Walker. Running hard at the footy. They're going in tough and hard. Fletcher Austin's down on the ground. And we'll see a ball up. Right in the forward pocket now. Ramona's punch it forward. Big Elder Ways gets a big fist at it, and it rolls out of bounds, and we'll see a boundary throw in.
The Dogs will be desperate to prevent. They don't want another, to be leaking on the scoreline ahead of half time.
They'd like to lock it up right here. We're getting into junk time here for this quarter. I don't think there's any time on. Ruck contest, a free kick going the way of Elder Ways. Well, that's unforgivable by Shredder Walker down there. Right in front of goal, exactly what the Dogs didn't want. And he's arguing with the umpire too. Just be careful, mate, as Elder Ways comes in. It's rank off the boot. It's spending back, but not enough. Hits the post and goes through for 1 point. So 10 points the margins here, Jane. This is what we wanted, though, a nice close match.
We do want a close match, and I quite like the 10-point difference because my maths can cope with 10 points.
Brooks through the middle, quick kick, looking down towards his man Tom Henry, who takes the mark going back with the flight. Ran himself into trouble, but did okay because there's pace. Pace now from the centre of the ground, driving it forward down towards the big man in there, Doreen.
Strong mark.
And Doreen takes the grab. He's too far out to score, I would have thought. He's got Brooks in short if he wants him. Decides against it as the Ramonas start to cave in.
If I'm not mistaken, Doreen's a really strong musical theatre name in this town and in this state.
There you go. Doreen from 50. I told him it was too far. He should have paid attention because the mark's taken down there by Dylan Hooper.
At the last line of defence.
Hooper goes back out towards Doreen and co. Big flyer, strong mark. That's a beauty out there.
With the flight.
Not sure who it was. Might have been the old dog. Yeah, it was. He kicks forward.
Yeah, we might have to put in a request for to have a little more play closer to the southern wing so that the crusty commentator's eyes can make out those numbers a little more sweetly. Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be good. Thanks, guys. As it bounces over the head of Jason Mizzen. Rolling over the back, Bartlett doing really well. The hat's come off out there for... who's that? Where is he?
The Duck Pond?
Yeah, it's Duck Pond. The Duck Pond. That's actually the name we've got on the team sheet, folks. Duck Pond as the ball goes out of bounds. Another boundary throw-in. So not much longer left in this term, ladies and gents. We've got some halftime entertainment, of course, over there on the stage. And I'm sure Jason Evans will tell us all about it.
Ooh.
Big fly. Good mark taken out there on the far wing. Driven forward again towards Doreen, who got worked under the ball nicely by the old dog, who tries to take a fingertipper.
Gee, I would have almost paid that because he went with the flight of the ball.
Gee, they look good as they go forward.
No, that's not Hanson.
No, it's another blonde-looking bloke. And by blonde, I mean grey.
And by grey, you mean dyed.
Yes. Here's O'Byrne. He's a little terrier. A little bit of don't argue action. He got copped high, and it's not very hard to cop a bloke high who's only 4 foot tall. Driven inside forward 50 over the top of that man there in Daniel French. He hasn't had a kick yet. That's the first time we've called his name. No offence. Kicked forward again. Big fly, and that's a strong mark taken down there by Phil Young. Young kicks forward. The only man down there is Damien Seaton. And at the bottom of the pack, Will Collins.
Phil Young from the Mercury and a former schoolmate of mine down at Taroona High.
Oh, there's a fair bit of talent coming out of Taroona High, Jane.
There sure is.
Something in the water.
We do princesses, we do senators.
Yep. And we've got a ball up here, maybe 50. Yeah, it's 50 metres. Well, the Dogs just falling apart here, ladies and gentlemen, because they've given a couple of free kicks away inside 50, and it's caused a couple of goals. Make no mistake, this one's going straight through the middle. Beautiful kick and magnificent stuff by Phil Young, kicking another goal for the Ramonas. And is it trouble for the Dogs, Jane?
Look, I'd say Ryan Kinder will have quite a few words to say. It'll be interesting to see if the paint peels off the little dugout underneath here in the stand here at Queenborough. But I wouldn't discount them. There's a lot of class in the Van Diemen Dogs this year.
Yeah, there is. I feel like they've got a little bit more fitness than perhaps the Ramonas.
And I think they've got a little bit more youth.
Possibly. So we're back in the middle. We got an injury update on Taylor. Does anyone know how he's going? Or is he's okay? Calf? No, he's done a calf. That's an old man's injury, folks. So my younger brother's done a calf. Oh, well. He'll be all right. Soft tissue injury's no good. Didn't stretch. So we're back in the middle. Big ruck contest run down there.
By the way, I ran into the Blundstone people here, the sponsors of the Reclink Community Cups across Australia. Big team of them here today watching, and they've been hugely supportive. They love coming to the Cups. Their support has meant an enormous amount to the event and to Reclink Australia, so they've got behind it unlike almost any other sponsor, so we really appreciate that. And also the people from Young Henry's, their beer is here for sale, and you can try a few different types down there, the Newtowner, the Natural Lager, the Cloudy Cider, and the Aussie Pale Ale. So there's a good selection. Try one today. We've really appreciated their support as well across the Community Cups.
Hooper kicks forward for the Ramonas. Yep, we can't do this without our sponsors, and they are great boots, and I'm sucking back on a Young Henry's Natural Lager, and it's bloody beautiful, folks. So wrap your lips around one of them, nothing like a Sunday beer. Ruck contest on the centre wing. Yeah, on a Sunday. I've just been through a birthing class. I needed it, Jane. As they kick forward again, the Ramonas. Gee, the Dogs look like they are just struggling to break open this half-back line as DeWays goes back. And
inspirational, Mark.
Yep, strong grab. Into the middle of the ground. Coming through with pace. That's beautiful stuff there by the Ramonas. Strong kick forward down in the Bartlett direction. He's going one way, just can't quite get a grasp on the footy. And he's been outrun down there by Jason Mizzen. That's great work as he kicks forward, trying to find Matt Seaton. Can't quite get a hold of it. Tackled without it was the Ramonas, man, and they'll go forward again through Cold Wizenishki.
I think he enjoyed it.
But it's, and that is half time here, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Dogs 2-2-14 trailing the Ramonas 4-6-30. What an incredible game of footy. Goal kickers for the Dogs. We've got Will Feldberg with 2 for the Dogs, and for the Ramonas, 2 to Trent Bartlett, 1 to Phil Young, and 1 to David O'Byrne. We're going to cross over to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to head over that way and get some great music listening, and we'll cross back to you for the second half of this game of footy in just a few moments. Stick around.
Bennett's Driveway Service, now at Snug, Lerner Valley and Sandy Bay. For more than 40 years, Bennett's Petroleum has been there for all Tasmanians.
You guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the... Oh no, they're still going. One more song. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Front End Loader. Woo-hoo! And we're going to cross down to Jason Evans, who's going to draw the raffle really quickly.
If you guys want to start, just do it. But Senator Nick here, we're going to draw the raffle, so get your raffle tickets out. First prize and only prize is the Match Ball Sharon. And what is it? What colour ticket is it?
It's a black ticket, number F for Friday. 50, 50, F50 in the black.
F50?
I've got F50 in the green, so if we'd like
F50, do we have a winner? Oh, yes. The Sex Party of Hobart have won. The Sex Party over there. There you go. And we're going to do one more ticket. You can get a beer. I'm going to draw one here. Yep. I'm going to rig this one. It's a green ticket.
Yes, all right. It's green, number F86. F86 in the green ticket. All right, there we go.
Take that ticket to the bar and exchange that for a free Young Henry's. Back to you guys in the central commentary position.
All right, we're about to get started. The umpire's been holding the ball up for about 35 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. He's been out there for ages, and it's a big ball up. Ruck contest, Aways punches it forward. It goes straight down the throat of Malignal. A kick forward there nicely. I think that might even be down there. Luke say it is. Quick kick forward. It's picked up nicely there by Collins, who swings out of trouble. Handballs over the top nicely there to Damien Seaton. It's scooped up and there's been a free kick going the way of the Ramonas. Well, a quick update, ladies and gentlemen, on Dan Taylor. He's cracked it, and he's gone back to Launceston where he belongs. He's done a calf. He's no good. Big ruck contest down there, scrappy stuff in the 450. And I've been updated on the numbers there, Jane.
Do tell.
Josh Bean, your mate, is
Yeah.
number 13, and we've been calling him Damo Peck all day. Well,
Don't you reckon then Bino and Pecco have kind of, they're sharing, you know, for hard ball get stats, I'd say.
I actually meant Phil Young, sorry. So, look, we all make mistakes. As the kick comes out by the Dogs, and it's scooped away there, and we'll see another boundary throw-in. Free kick for deliberate, apparently. And Paul Brooks is going wild down there. He's shaking his head, the big bald beacon, and he says, that wasn't deliberate. I was trying to kick to my teammate, and the umpire said, no, you weren't. You're a liar, buddy. So kick inside forward 50 for the Ramonas. Now you've got an announcement there, Jane, as the ball goes inside forward 50. Big fly there, and going back with the fly courageously, Will Collis in the stack hat. And the free kick's been paid against. It'll go to Paul Brooks, I think. You've got an announcement there, Jane?
Yeah, just come, when we have three-quarter time, which is the next break, make sure you come and linger near the race where the players exit, because you may well want to be in the running, potentially, depending on your kicking style, for a possible free pair of blunnies. So watch out for that three-quarter time. Oh.
Big fly there, and I'm not sure who it's Alderways. Yeah, Alderways drives it inside forward 50 down to one of the
Trent
ring-ins.
Bartlett, was that a push?
No, he wouldn't push in the back as it comes out to Seaton, who goes around the corner. Quick kick and a mark on the last line of defence down there.
Hanson stares him down.
Rolls Mulder. Big fly there from Goddard.
Yeah,
Quick
solid,
tap on.
Rick.
Moving the ball inside. Here's a chance now for Chloe Opitz. Up
David
to
O'Byrne.
O'Byrne, yeah. Inside to Bartlett.
Good vision, OB, good vision.
So David O'Byrne there with a quick kick inside forward 50, finds the big man Trent Bartlett. And Bart will go back from about 35 metres out directly in front. Fixes up the shoes, gets a tap on the backside from Fletcher Austin. Probably should have been 50, but the umpire wasn't paying attention. Bartlett goes in, he's done a bit of a calf, he's scrubbed that one, it's a horrible kick, and he's pretending that he's injured. And it's gone through for a behind.
Yeah.
Chalk will bring it out.
Yeah, he's not on any rookie list with that audition, no way.
Nice long kick. It falls over Brooks's head. In comes Bean. Gets his kick smothered nicely there by Pat Marshall. Now, you've got some of the boys here. Where are the bands? Tell me about the bands they're from there, Jane.
Yeah, special plug, I must say, and this is for all the Van Diemen dogs out there. We love to see the Luca Brasi boys getting around. Tyler Richardson, Patrick Marshall, and Thomas Busby for Luca Brasi. And Melanie Gent with Babylon Howl is out there. Her fellow band member has also got a hammy, like me, so she's not on the field as well. And Talish with Feed Rick. Her band Feed Rick is a name to watch.
Is that named after Feed Rick, as in Rick Goddard?
Look, that was where I went, but I think different spelling.
Okay. Ball up inside forward 50 for the Ramonas. Big punch away by Alderways. A free kick's been given. It'll go the way of the Ramonas to Alderways. And I think that Tom Henry down there seems furious. Such an angry young man, Tom Henry.
Just normally.
Yeah, in general. He's got the touch of the ginge. And that's a good kick inside forward 50 to Will Collins. And it's a tough angle here.
Well, Will Collins writes for the Tasmanian Country, so I reckon he's seen some pretty willing matches, you know, down at Commandy or Buckland or places like that.
It was a good pass in the end because Bartlett's found out he's called for a push. And the free kick and 50. Oh, Bartlett.
Oh, no.
Undisciplined from Bartlett, giving away the 50.
Oh, Connor Farrell will be spewing.
Yeah, Connor Farrell was fired up. He was ready to go in there at halftime. And a 50-metre penalty. It'll go to Rowan Pace.
Who has a bit of pace.
Yeah, throws it in the middle. Going back with the flight there. DeWays takes a big...
Strong mark.
Yeah, it is a big, strong mark.
Damo Peck calling for it.
He's going to get it too. Oh, in comes the buzz. Oh, rides the bump beautifully there, the Tom Henry.
Goddard keeps eyes on the ball. Is that to Chloe Opitz?
Yeah, that was beautiful work
Touch
again.
of a throw.
Aaron Clark had it.
Oh, nice. Aaron Clark to David O'Byrne. Pushing him forward to the masked Crusader. Grey-haired old dude.
Yeah, that is Damien Seaton, who drives it inside forward 50, but it's heading through for a behind. Tubes. A kick out from Chalky. The Chalk dog throws it on the boot. Oh, two dogs there just getting in the way of each other. In comes O'Byrne and a free kick going the way. Surprise, surprise, O'Byrne's copped another free kick for too high. He's about 4 foot off the ground, David O'Byrne.
But he acts tall.
Yeah, he's got a... I'm not going to say about the syndrome that some people have, but perhaps he's got it anyway. O'Byrne drives it long. That's a good telling kick and shepherding it through on the line.
Was
Bartlett,
Bartlett
clever. And O'Byrne kicks his second, ladies and gentlemen.
Look. And the Van Diemen dogs are remonstrating, insisting that it was touched. And Martin Blackwell was really emphasising how touched it was. Good acting, Martin.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think the dogs need to pull out the proverbial and really start to hammer down a few goals. They haven't looked like it this quarter, Jane.
Yeah, look, it is starting to open up. It's starting to yawn, that gap.
Yep.
And we'd like to see it close.
Look at this. Who's this going out there? Duck Pond. He's got the sauce. He's got a snag. He's got an interesting hat on.
Is he sharing it with Roger Hansen?
He's got the cricket whites on. He's putting the barbecue sauce on the salve. Beautiful work by Duck Pond. A little bit of love out there too.
Yeah, that's thoughtful.
Cuddle. He runs away with the sauce.
I don't think Trent Bartlett could be any happier when someone runs up to him on a footy pitch with some sauce and a sausage and a snag.
In the meantime, the dogs have gone forward and riding the bump back there beautifully is the old dog who takes the mark out to Gaffney. Gaffney handballs over the top, trying to find his teammate there. That's a beautiful piece of work.
1-2.
Yep. Rolling the ball out towards Duncan Abbey. He's got Flash to beat. The wrestlers out there.
It's too big for Duncan 80.
I don't know who it is then.
Yeah. Looks like John X, but he played last year.
Yeah, he did. I think what we need to remember, Jane, is that nobody cares who it is.
Okay. But let's give a round of applause to Duck Pond.
Yeah, Duck Pond down the front here, ladies and gentlemen.
Travelling the tomato sauce off the pitch.
What is going... Is he wearing cricket whites underneath the gear there? Interesting stuff from you, Duck Pond. Anyway, the ball's rolling forward now for the dogs. Running out the back there, the Ramonas are going to mop up. Quick handball out, finds Goddard. Goddard throws it on the boot.
Nice kick, Rick.
Nice kick, Rick, they call him, as it comes off to Gaffney. Clever handball over the top to O'Byrne. The Parliamentarians working in tandem. Here they go, smashing it forward down towards that man, Collis, who plays on quickly round the corner. Nice, strong kick from outside 50, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
And it rolls out of bounds for a massive anti-climax.
Tubes, I think if we go Gaffney to O'Byrne, is that a bipartisan pass?
Well, Gaffney's an independent, isn't he?
Right, so
Yeah.
tripartisan.
Well, yeah, I guess so. He loved it, though. Nice, strong mark
strong
out there,
mark.
and played on quickly did Coleman. He moves the ball on quickly into the middle of the ground.
And
Oh.
Leash, nice pressure from Leash as well in that contest. I saw you.
Yeah, Leash with the 2 fists up. Nicely handballed off there. Handballed off to the running Felberg, who kicked it long out wide towards Matt Seaton. Running after it, there's a couple of Ramonas to beat. Just a gentle touch off the ground. That's clever stuff. Into
We're
the
playing soccer at Queenborough. What is this?
dangerous stuff. Big tackle down there by Jack McPherson. That's Jacqueline, of course. And the kick goes forward again for the Ramonas. Here's Bean. Handballs off to a running man. But that
lightning
big
fast.
tackle, that's got to be ball.
Play
And
on.
it is. Brooks quickly out towards the boys from
Come
Pat
on,
Marshall.
dogs.
Marshall now for a goal. Going back, he just doesn't have the accuracy. And he misses it. The boy from Luca Brasi. Haven't they done well? Luca Brasi, wow.
Yeah, no, good. And look, if we have any kind of injuries like your bro suffered,
Yep.
then I don't know when Luca Brasi's next gig is, but we want to kind of, preserve their playing fingers, don't you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely. Big long kick out wide. It goes out of bounds on the full, so it'll be the Dogs' free kick again. Moving the ball up towards centre half forward. Brooks goes back with courage.
Yeah.
Apparently Paul Brooks was in Melbourne last night doing a gig, and he got home at 5 a.m. and up at the airport at 8 this morning. Rank.
That is dedication. And look,
Yeah, Pat Marshall
Pat
from Luca
Marshall.
Brasi brings the Dogs back.
he made up for that previous, he had the accuracy, he had the distance, but he didn't have the accuracy. But I think Pat Marshall just
Yeah. well,
redeemed himself then.
He
That's
had
more like
He
it.
had a bit to make up, didn't he? He really let the team down. And as he does in the AFL, he runs straight off for a break, ladies and gentlemen, as if he's earned it. You've done stuff all, Pat Marshall. Get back on the ground. Anyway,
But I think the more that, your match can look like an AFL match, the better.
so just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, at three-quarter time, we've got a special giveaway at the Players' Race, thanks to Blunston. So get down to the front of the Players' Race at three-quarter time. Absolutely free to enter from our great sponsors here at Blunston. Anyway, the umpire's taking a fair bit of time with the footy here right now. It's not about you, mate. Just throw the ball up. Thank you very much. Doing a great job, though, the umpires, we must say. They're an incredible force. It's a very difficult game to umpire.
Whoop.
Ball comes down nicely there to Rowbottom, who just left it behind. Scooping it up, there's Shredder. That is a Shredder walk-up. The umpire has said, no, I'll take it back, thanks, and I'll ball it up again. Really looking for Rowbottom to lift this quarter, Jane. Probably drifted away in that second term.
And is there someone with, kind of still youth on his side? I think he's this side of 30.
Yep.
We need Rowbottom to show his class.
Well, Brooks brought it out long, and that's a
solid mark.
solid mark down there to Ryan Kinder, the playing coach. Well, I know Ryan, and I'll tell you, folks, he's a beautiful kick of the football, but he's playing on one leg. Against the doctor's orders, he goes back and kicks and kicks, truly. And
bravo.
Ryan Kinder kicks his first.
Boy. Game on.
Game on, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
It's really on here at the ground here. Just a reminder that Young Henry's one of the sponsors. It's got some interesting beers, natural lager, the cloudy cider, the pale ale, the Newtown. So you might want to try one of them out. It's a lovely beer. They're one of the key sponsors as well. Thank you.
Just really quickly, folks, we're not entirely sure that the score on the scoreboard is correct. Either way, if it is correct, wow, we've got a match on our hands.
Let's assume that there's a point difference.
Yep.
And if anyone knows otherwise, come and let us know.
Well, I reckon the goal umpires probably have some sort of idea. I'll give you the tip, ladies and gentlemen. I have none. So a free kick going the way of the Ramonas.
Penetrating kick inside 50. Roger Hansen calls for it, gets down on his knees, hugs it to him.
Brooks
Oh,
with a
nice.
quick handball. And it gets smothered
Oh.
nicely there. Rowbottom.
Is that Rowbottom in and under?
And the umpire's going to give a free kick here. Oh, I'll tell you what, Dyreen's unhappy. Hey, Dyreen, play the whistle, bro. O'Byrne kicking the ball into Bartlett.
Looking for his friend Trent
And
Bartlett.
Trent Bartlett.
David Bartlett, I called him just then.
TDB. So Bartlett, not confident from here. Just have a shot, Bart. The crowd's behind you, bro.
Give him something.
That is a rank kick off the boot. Disgusting. Flies high. Bean. Is it Josh Bean?
Josh Bean, University Cricket Club's finest, with over 300 games to his record, and a shoulder with no tendons left attached to it whatsoever.
He took a hat-trick the other year, and that's all we heard about on ABC radios. Josh Bean goes back and makes no mistake.
And he puts it through.
And he puts the Ramonas back in front. We got a ripping game here, folks. Who would have thought a bunch of footballers that have never played football,
and superannuated cricketers,
yes, would have made such a great contest.
Providing such great entertainment, real footy here. And this game is really on. As the tension builds, the game's built, who's going to win? It's really getting exciting. And it's the umpire throws it up. The players are really after it now. Oh, did you see the dog take it off
Lucas
the pack?
Walker.
Lucas Walker, a fine piece of work. And oh, gee, the umpire may not appreciate that.
He was just practicing.
Totally unnecessary. But anyway, the Ramonas will take the ball. Is there anyone on the mark? Yes.
And a special call out to Noah Brownless. Is that you, Noah Brownless?
50-metre penalty.
Boundary umpire. And Blake Waite doing a superb job on the umpires on the boundary.
Here they go again. The Ramonas drive it forward. Rolling ball out the back at half forward for the Ramonas. Diving over the top was the wrestler from TCW, which is Tasmanian Championship Wrestling, I heard. Yeah, he's out there. And that's his genuine kick. He's got a free kick. Just gets a kick smothered. He's going back though. You don't get in the way of a wrestler. Handballed over the top there towards Duncan Avey.
Oh, this is our friend in the blue.
Yeah, the man with the mask.
I mean, dedication to play. Like, you know, you think you get rid of it after half time, but no, he's going to wear that all the way through.
He will. So Matt Seaton handballs off nicely. Quick kick forward by the Dogs. Big strong grab taken down there by Bean again. Your man. As the ball goes flying forward towards Bartlett. Bartlett's on hands and knees. Scoops it up towards Goddard. Goddard can't quite get it off. Here goes Rowbottom. He's quick, but he's just kicked terribly. And the mark is taken by Tom Henry. Bit of a crowd favourite here, Tom Henry.
The player with two first names.
Yeah, unsure about that. The old two first names means you can't trust them, I think, Jane.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah. Anyway, ball up at half forward.
Hey, has Keith Deverell got any touches?
Haven't called his name yet.
We haven't, and I'm sad we haven't called his name because his name's Keith.
Simeon Thomas Wilson kicks it forward, and Bartlett's going to go back and have a shot.
Selfless play.
Selfless offs to that man, Roger Hanson. I'm not sure if Trent Bartlett's boss is Roger Hanson, but that was absolutely crazy stuff from Trent Bartlett. And Roger Hanson has kicked his first goal, and the Ramonas extend their lead. If he is his boss, he's asked for a pay rise next week, I reckon, Jane. Good goal, Hanson. Give us a wave. There he is. Yay. Crowd favourite, Roger Hanson. Kicked a goal. What an absolute ripper. Can't be long left in this term. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, three-quarter time in front of the players' race, in front of the grandstand, is a free giveaway thanks to our sponsors, Blunston. So get around it. Through the middle they come again. Here goes the old dog. He gets pushed in the back. Umpire says, yes, you can't hold on to him. And Kane Young just throws it back to him. Out wide towards Gaffney. Sorry, Jane.
Doesn't look Kane Young just kind of gifted it back to him.
He really did.
We need Adam Spencer. If there's an Adam Spencer in the ground, I think the scoreboard needs to be revised.
Yeah, we'll get the goal umpires onto that.
Sweet.
There's another 50-metre penalty here, folks. Undisciplined dogs. They'll be spending a bit of time in the pound, perhaps. Gaffney plays on quickly. He just sends it down towards Bartlett and co. Goddard's down there.
Was in there.
Free kick given. Umpire's not telling us who it's going to. I think it'll go to Rick Goddard. The man from Mornings on ABC. Chips it over the top. And standing his ground beautifully down there is Rowan Pace. He quickly kicks out, now finds Pat Marshall.
Great vision.
Then sells a bit of candy. The candy man from Luca Brazzi kicks long, but it's a 3-on-1 situation down here, and Bean chips in. Quick kick forward into the middle. Oh, going back to
strong
the
mark.
flight. Fletcher Austin, the vice captain. One of your favourite players, Joe.
Yeah, no, Fletcher Austin is not to be underestimated. Oh.
As the siren goes, but the umpire hasn't heard it. And the umpire
let's
now
not
has... I probably should have shut my mouth, actually, to be honest.
That wasn't
sorry,
Siren Gate, was it?
Yeah, Siren Gate. Not the loudest of sirens, but three-quarter time, judging by the scoreboard up there, it is 7-8-48 to the Ramonas, 6-3-39 to the Dogs. We'll get the goal umpires to check that out. Goal kickers for the Ramonas. We've got 2 to Trent Bartlett, 2 to Josh Bean, 2 to David O'Byrne, and 1 to Roger Hansen. Wasn't it a beauty? And then for the Dogs, it is Will Fellberg with 2, Ryan Kinder with 1, and Pat Marshall with 1. That adds up to 4. Oh, there's a brawl. Bit of a melee out there, folks. It's on. Don't worry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Back and forth.
Oh.
What do you
Hello,
think of that?
Hobart. You're finally woken up, Hobart. Look at this. Hey, mate, you reckon that's real?
No.
I'll ask you again. Mate, do you reckon that's real?
Yes.
Yes. You like that?
Yes.
Good.
Quick change of mind down there, Jason, wasn't it? Umpires actually over there not even caring whatsoever. We're going to throw down to you now, Jace.
Thanks very much. Now, a part of our national rollout is our sponsor, Blundstone, and I've been asked to do something here. We're going to throw a boot, and I'm really hoping that someone from Blundstone can come and assist us here, because we actually don't know what's going on. But with Guy Paramore here. Guy, from Melbourne, played in the early part of the Community Cup, mate. You've been here for quite a few years, and you actually made the beautiful shield here, the Hue and Pine shield. And how proud are you seeing the Community Cup in Melbourne and finally bringing it here after 2 years?
Look, Evo, I was involved a little bit in Melbourne. It was a terrific opportunity to see this get off the ground down here in Hobart. Even more terrific is the growth of it. This is the second year. It's good to see all these faces out. What we're going to do now is a little bit for our major sponsor. I believe they call it activation or something along those lines. So what we need are a couple of people from the crowd to kick a Blundstone boot. Here we go. Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the man himself. Here we go. Greg, tell them what's going on.
Going to kick a Blundstone boot for goal. So, or the furthest kick. What do you reckon? Go distance.
Righto, folks. So what we need are a few people to get involved in this. We've got 1 out here. We've got 2 out here. We just need a few more. Anyone from the audience here want to put their hand up, get involved? Pair of Blundstone boots. This bloke here used to make them. He said, no, he's going for a beer. We've got another young fellow over here. I'm going to mark the longest kick. Hang on, we've got a few more coming out. Get yourself a pair of Blundstone boots, folks. Evo is qualified to work with kids, which has always been a concern for me. Okay, we've got Greg as spotter. He's going to mark the furthest kick. The furthest kick wins a pair of Blundstone boots. Ladies and gentlemen, holy mackerel, will you look at that form. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby to open the account. Next up, stripy shorts. Let's see what he's got. He's measuring it. Holy mackerel. Oh, whoa, hang on. He's got long distance, but we've caught a foot fault here. Evo says no, we're going to take that back. One more throw.
Gee, Evo's tight on that one, isn't he?
Oh, you've got to be. You've got to be on this sort of thing. The rules are the rules.
Yep.
Oh, whoa, a little bit shy. First one was the best one. Righto, next up. Here we are. Look at those laces. Woof. Lace out on the no lace out on the blunnies, Evo. No lace out. Holy mackerel, it's millimetres short. Still first is best so far, ladies and gentlemen. Esther, what do you got? Show us your best form. The boot, the Blundstone. Oh, a little bit shy off to the left. Well, we want to double check. We got a couple of markers here. Apparently we're pulling in some different rules for different folks.
We've got boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Samantha, what do you got, Samantha? She's wearing a pair of blunnies too, by the look. Oh, a little bit shy, but boot upright and looking very presentable at the end of that. Brooke, also Blunstons on. Look out. Oh, look, Brooke, we got to work on your form. Who you got there, Evo? Anyone on the boot phone? Maxie, what do you got, Maxie? Show us your business. Oh, so close. Photographer's in a very dangerous position if one of these does happen to connect. Will? Oh, Will's looking low and hard. That'd be good if you're on the lead. Evo, you look great doing the work, I tell you. Let's get our national sponsor, Chieftain. Get on that, big fella. Chieftain, end over end. Yeah, look, we've got some opinion that perhaps these kids should be playing. Brendan West Coast, you get them, Tiger. What do you got? Oh, foot fault. We've called it, that's fair. There's been a precedent set, we've got to go back. Got a kick from behind the line. Brendan from West Coast. Come on, folks, let's get behind this. Oh, that's very close. We've got 2 for the same distance. It's a very accurate measure we're taking here as well. Robbie, what do you got, Robbie? Show us your best, buddy. Boot to boot. Robbie, he's shattered all records. Robbie, come on over here, mate. That's impressive. What do you put it down to?
I don't know.
Well, that's good. Well played.
Just really
that was a
quickly,
great kick. Well done.
I think that Leo's
next up to the mark.
Robbie's actually
Leo, end over end. Good work, Leo.
Robbie's no good, though, I think.
Henry!
He's a Cats supporter, so he's disqualified.
Henry, well played, Henry. Well played. Moshi. Get into Moshi. Moshi! Oh! Tantalisingly close, folks. Look at him go. Tell you what, we've got a... Patrick? Oh, foot fault. I'm going to call this foot... That's an excellent kick. You get another throw at that, Patrick. Patrick? Come on back. Hang on. Patrick, hang on. Evo, we had a bit of a foot fault on the last one. Getting a hand up in life. That's the way to go. Oh, so close. Oh, jeez. Peter G, limping from the ground. Uh-oh. Tell you what, we've got a line longer than the beer tent down here. Righto, Archie, what do you got, buddy? Oh. Archie! Say hello to the camera, Archie. What do you put your form down to, Archie? Been working on the boot? No, just natural. It all just comes easy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. Excellent. Righto, B, what do you got? Here she is, ladies and gentlemen. Holy mackerel. B has, so far, managed to head up the entire comp. B, how are you today? You going all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, doing pretty well. You play a bit of footy?
No.
You probably should.
Okay.
I hear the Sorrel Suns are looking for guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to be out there next week for training. All right, I'll tell the coach you're coming. No worries. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a little bit shy of the target this time. You guys are looks like you're in with a chance here. 2 winners so far. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 2 extremely good boot-the-boot contenders here. We've got a long line of hopefuls. Could be here till 5 o'clock. Come on, Evo, let's get them moving. Let's get them through. We've got a game of footy on. Righto. What do you reckon, Evo? We've got a winner. We've got 2 winners. Folks, now what was your name again, young man?
Archie.
Archie, congratulations. Winner of half of the contest. And your name?
B.
B, congratulations. Well done. Both of you have earned yourselves a pair of Blunston boots. Folks, enjoy the rest of the game.
Put your hands together for the guys from Blunston and Archie and B who won themselves a pair of Blunnies. Great work from the best boots in the world. All Tasmanian, great stuff. All right, we're back live for this game. As you can see, folks, the scoreboard has been adjusted. It was quite a discrepancy, to be honest. Not sure whether Young Henrys are sponsoring the scoreboard operator down there, but it's a real possibility. It is 4-3-27 to the Dogs, 7-8-50 to the Ramonas, and we're away. Ruck contest in the middle. The Dogs really need to get going. Big kick forward there by Simeon Thomas Wilson, and it's going forward again. Doreen handballs over the top, coming through hard there. Tackled without it was Jay Braslin, and he'll get a free kick right inside forward 50. Needs to look for a leading forward. Just chips it up to that hot spot, flying high, going back with the flight was DeWays. He's taking it far too seriously. That's caught holding the ball, and it'll be a free kick going the way of Austin. So directly in front, folks, this is what the start the Dogs needed, Jane.
Yeah, they're all over it at the moment. And if the scoreboard's looking accurate, no, not quite, but it's still pretty close.
So they got the behind, and we're kicking long. Bean will fly, had a man in front. Great work there by Shredder. Bean goes in hard, off to Simeon Wilson. Thomas Wilson into Shredder. Shredder handballs off to Pat Marshall, and the free kick going the way of Young, who looks hurt, Kane Young.
Captain Kane. Come on, Captain Kane.
Give us a wave if you're okay, Kane.
No, he might strain something.
He's possibly dead, folks.
Oh, no, there you go.
There's the thumbs up. Doreen kicking long. It looks like Doreen might be suffering a bit of cramp. Big fly down there from Cole Wizinowski. And a kick clear by Seaton. Nicely worked out wide. Finds that man there in Chris Rowbottom, whose kick has let him down. Rowbottom, you need to take more time there, bro. Clever kick, Coleman. Takes the mark.
Christopher Coleman, of course, was named after the Coleman Medal.
Absolutely 100% correct, Jane. The Coleman Medal.
He's got his name all over it.
He does. Anyway, they're going again. Here goes that man, Jay Braslin, with a kick forward in front of his teammate down there in Felberg, who's dangerous. Has a man deep in this forward square. It's Pat Marshall who takes the mark. And here come the Doggies. Pat Marshall should go back and kick this one, Jane.
I reckon he should stop walking, otherwise he'll walk himself out of contention.
Takes his time. And he claps the hands. Pat Marshall
6 points.
Kicks his second. And the Dogs stay in touch, Jane. 34 plays 50.
Crucial goal. Ryan Kind will be very relieved to see that.
As the boys there, Blair.
So you know how your brother got scratched?
Yeah.
Because he did his knee,
He did his
calf.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you reckon he's kind of halfway to Campbelltown by now?
I reckon he's about at Oatlands.
Yeah.
Probably crying still.
Yeah.
Anyway, back live here in the middle. Big ruck contest, DeWays versus Doreen. Coming in there is Walker, handballed over the top. All that cruel bounce of the oval footy.
Oh, head over the ball.
Well, he can afford to have his head over the ball because he's got a stack hat on there, Will Collis. So Collis taking the ball now inside forward 50.
He's been quite a handy pickup, Collins. I think he might have also done a finger. He might have dislocated a finger. I wonder if we'll get to see that put back in by the physio.
Oh, what a strong grab taken down there by Damo Peck, who plays on immediately. Oh, look out, ladies and gentlemen. Duck Pond! Duck Pond! Ladies and gentlemen, Duck Pond down there has taken a ripping mark.
Is he going to kick with a hat on?
He's going to kick with cricket whites on, a hat that's, he's obviously now albino.
A tomato sauce bottle in his back pocket.
Yeah, sauce bottle in the back pocket. Left footer too. Hits the big torpedo, and he's just missed. Bad luck. Round of applause for Duck Pond, though.
Yeah.
What an effort.
Heckled.
Yeah, he's got heckled. That's fair enough. Duck Pond spending too much time worrying about the hat. Kick long, going back with the flight. Oh, it's picked up by DeWays, who drives it forward. Chalk's down there. Has Bartlett to beat. Duck Pond! Duck Pond! Duck Pond! Oh, as the Ramonas start to quack, the Duck Pond kicks a big 6-pointer. And I can't believe it, Jane.
And he keeps his hat on.
I don't want to seem like a jerk, ladies and gentlemen, but I never thought that was going to happen. Duck Pond has kicked a goal. Great work, Duck Pond.
Oh, look, and now he's been benched because he's done his work.
The oysters down here in front of the commentary position.
Is that for everyone?
Big ruck contest. Oh, they come through the Dogs. Here's a chance now. Handball
Nice
over
handball.
the top. It's missed the mark, though. Trying this fresh area down there was Mitch Golding. It's picked up there by our man Rowbottom.
From ABC Grandstand, so you know he's legit.
Yeah, you know he's the fair dinkum deal. He's had a few kicks there, Rowbottom. Looks like he's got the Eddie Betts shorts on, though. The ball's in the middle of the ground, and we'll see a free kick going the way of the Ramonas. Look who it is. Copped him too high. The Garden Gnome kicks it forward. David O'Byrne, Goddard.
Oh.
That was vicious, Rick Goddard. And a free kick going the way of the Dogs. Handballed over the top. Nicely outworked to Mizzen. Back into the Dogs, and they go forward. Gaffney going back with the flight. Courageous, reckless abandonment in towards the middle. It's picked up there by Thomas
Simeon.
Wilson, who's taking care of business. He kicks it forward, and it's scrapped
It's
through by
another.
Bartlett.
Gee, they don't call it championship quarter for nothing. A lot of work
Trent-
now for the Van Diemen Dogs to do.
Trent Bartlett kicks the goal, and yeah, well,
How many has he kicked now?
3. 3 goals and 17 points. Oh, it's been touched off the boot, ladies and gentlemen, so it wasn't a goal at all.
Oh,
He's only kicked 2.
2.5, we'll call it.
Yeah, he's kicked 2 goals, 3. Oh, that's a good kick into the middle. Finds that man there in Tom
And he
Henry.
doesn't waste any time.
Oh, sells a bit of candy to Bean. Dyrene, it goes through his fingers. Here's a chance now for the Dogs. They bring it forward. Down there's Rowan Pace. Oh, he's got so much time, and he just slipped over, panicked a little bit. Here they go again, the Dogs. Shredders in the forward 50, and that has been kicked out of bounds on the full. We'll see another boundary throw-in.
Rick Goddard did some pre-training up in Sydney a few weekends ago and
yeah?
ran a credible 722nd in the City to Surf.
Wow, that is incredible. Didn't they? They had over 10,000 people run that, didn't they? That's unbelievable. He's looking fit out there. Anyways, the Ramonas drive it long again. Big punch away there by the Dogs. They're doing okay out here. Quick kick forward again. And
Was that Mel Gent?
I think it might have been, and the
Yeah.
mark's been taken down there
Classy.
by Walker, who moves the ball on quickly down and finds his teammate down there in Blackwell. This is Martin
Go
Blackwell.
Marty Blackwell.
An interesting kit. What's going on with his legs? That's an interesting kick. It's got the journey, but doesn't have the accuracy. Another behind.
It was
Gaffney.
penetrating, but not accurately.
Gaffney towards Peck. Coleman with his
Oh.
name on the medal
Coleman
as he
medal.
kicks it long and strong. It's a goal!
Oh, that is a goal.
Coleman kicks his first and maintains a bit of touch
Yeah,
with
the
the
Demon Dogs
Ramonas.
are rising.
We need to make sure that that scoreboard's right down there.
Lots of touchy feels
Yeah.
around the Van Diemen Dogs as they get around and amongst each other and urge them to hold strong.
17 points the margin according to the scoreboard. We have no idea whether that's correct. And as I said earlier, nobody really cares. It's just about Reclink and raising a bit of money for a worthy cause. As the umpires pulled out a free kick, it'll go the way of the Dogs. So Dyrene to take it.
Musical theatre star does a nice penetrating kick inside 50.
And the mark's been paid down there. Interesting decision from the umpire. It'll go the way of Michael Rankin, who we thought was not alive earlier.
I think he would.
Comes through nicely. Here's a chance for Pace from
Pace!
kickable distance.
Hello.
Drills the goal.
And keeps the Van Diemen Dogs in touch with the Ramonas.
Jane, I don't know about this, but do you think it could be fitness coming into it?
What's that?
Yep, that's what I thought. I don't know what it is either, but the Dogs seem a little bit more keen in this last term. We see Millie Ingle out there running back. She's in the middle. Great move by the coach there, Ryan Kinder. Oh, it looks like Doreen's hit the ground. He may have done a calf as well.
Or his ACL.
Which would be worse. Quick kick forward by the old dog.
Oh,
that's
flying
courage.
mark. Gee, respect.
I think that's Feldberg. Moves it out wide to Austin.
Lovely.
Austin now with time.
The Van Diemen Dogs playing with a lot of panache.
Oh, they sure are, as Kinder takes the mark on one leg against the doctor's orders. Moves the ball forward down towards Doreen. Arriving late there was Gaffney, appealing for the free kick.
I think if your cider or your beer is lukewarm, it's because they had to scoop all the ice out of the fridge and strap it to Ryan Kinder's knee.
Quick kick forward and Bean flies high and takes the mark for the Ramonas. Has a man long, a beautiful long kick down towards...
Is that OB?
AB.
OB or Peter G?
Handballs off nicely. Here's a chance now. Diving on the footy. There's Reese Anderson. And he's given away a free kick. Reese. That was terrible, buddy. And 50. Oh, it'll go to Frog. Frog White. Ladies and gentlemen, Frog White's going to take the kick. He'll be inside forward 50.
Never known a game to have so many 50s.
No. Umpire's really having an influence on this game. They love him. Have a shot, Frog. Have a shot, Frog. Yeah, Dicko White just kicks it forward, but it's gone straight down the throat of your man,
Josh,
Damo Peck.
300 games.
Or is that Beanie?
I reckon that's Beanie with a beard.
Yeah, it is, you're right.
Oh, well done, Captain Kane.
Who handballs off to Thomas Wilson. Gaffney now with time,
Duck
but
pond.
look who it is,
Duck
folks.
pond.
It's Duck Pond.
Oh, selfless play.
Your hat's come off Duck Pond.
He's lost his hat.
Your hat's come off Duck Pond.
We can see your hat hair.
Someone take, yeah, there we go. Great work down there by Kyle Wisniewski, who picks up the Duck Pond's hat, and the Duck Pond throws it back on the Bont. And big ruck contest there, nicely won down. It comes out to Peck, who throws it on the boot forward, but it's marked by Chalk. Oh, on his knees, taking a good mark down there. The Dogs doing a good job. Has a bounce, arrogantly, from halfback. Oh, big fly there. It's all Ramonas out here as Bean goes long, inside 450. Rowbottom, courageous.
Oh. Only eyes for the ball.
Have a shot, Chris Rowbottom. It's a grandstand finish. Rowbottom just sends a little 9-iron towards Bartlett. He's got 5 or 6 Dogs down there to beat, and it goes out of bounds in the forward pocket for the Ramonas. As a hush comes across the crowd.
I know. It's tense. I think that's what it is, Tubes. It's tense. So either, who have we got in terms of our umpires? Noah Brownless is our boundary umpire for today.
Yep, and Blake Waite is the other boundary umpire. As we see one of the Dogs coming off for a quick jab, I reckon.
Yeah.
Steroids, just to get him across the line.
Some painkillers.
Yeah, painkillers. Clever move out there by the Ramonas, in there as well as Honey.
Umpire says, I'll have that, thank you very much.
Yep. Over the back to DeWays, who throws it on the left boot. Numbers with the Dogs. Coleman on hands and knees, picks it up. Has a man in the middle, nicely worked out there to Deverell. Deverell takes the mark.
Is that Keith?
It might have been.
Oh,
Yeah,
Keith
Keithy.
Deverell.
Keith Deverell.
Just in honour of the name Keith. We haven't
Yeah.
had an AFL first grade player with the name Keith since 1951.
No. Keith Gregg. Here he goes, Keith Deverell going back on the flight.
Mel Gent.
Yes.
All over it.
And then a
Great
beautiful
play,
kick forward.
Great play.
Oh, but taking it too serious down there is the old dog.
And of course, Mel Gent leads the Babylon Howl, a band coming to a pub near you sometime soon. Oh, lovely hand pass by Duncan Abbey.
Off to Kyle Wisniewski.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a solid tackle. Here goes Rowbottom. That's a clever kick. Down towards Goddard. And the mark is taken.
Yeah, he
right in
thought about playing on, didn't he?
He sure did. He went with the handball in the end. Here we go. Free kick. Oh. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? David O'Byrne has copped a free kick for too high. Surprise, surprise. I think, who's that down there? It's Leash Geisman, who copped one in the chops. Are you all right, Leash? Give us a wave, Leash, if you're okay.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
she is.
She's
all
alive,
right.
people.
Tough cookie she is. As O'Byrne goes bang and kicks another one. That's his third. And I dare say, Jane, I don't want to write the dogs off, but I dare say that could be all she wrote for the Van Diemen Dogs.
Do you want to drive home in a car with pumped up tyres?
Yeah, I am slightly concerned. Now, the Dogs will come back from here. They're absolute certainties to win. Anyway, we're back in the middle. Gee, that was courageous down there from Leash, wasn't
Leash
it? Leash
Geisman.
Geisman.
Yep.
Or Geisman, however you want to say it.
From the band Feed Rick.
Yeah, feed Rick Goddard. Great work in the middle there. Nicely worked by Honey Moy Cox. As she drives it forward. Running backwards down there is Adrian Howlett, who went backwards and unfortunately it went out of bounds. And we'll
Luke
see about the
Sayer,
result.
who I want to call Leo,
Yep.
saw that ball over the line, so I think he was happy to hear his name called out. I think he'll even take Leo Sayer.
Yeah. We must thank our sponsors, of course, link.org at the Reclink guys. They're making it all happen, Reclink. And Blunston, the best, Young Henrys, the best boots in the world, Blunnies. And Young Henrys, we've had a couple up here, haven't we, Jane? And they've been all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Better than all right. They've been terrific. DeWay's now.
Oh, lovely poise. And, O'Byrne hassled off the ball by Coleman.
He copped him too high, umpire, surely. Anyway, here come the Dogs. Nicely worked. That's a great piece of footwork there by the Dogs. It's rolling
And it's a
over the
running
back.
race.
Oh, the Dogs just can't quite make it happen. And it'll be a free kick going the way of the Ramonas. Damo Peck. Yeah, too far. Spot on, umpire. Beautiful work.
Meticulous.
Yes, no, that's one of the rules, and I'm not sure whether we've got a replay on the live stream out there, Duff, but we'll see it in the replay. He went well and truly over the line there, folks, so it's a ball up inside forward 50 for the Dogs. Big punch forward. There's
Big
Keith.
opportunity. Oof, oof. Oh, strong mark.
Strong grab down there to Rowie Pace. Pace now just sits it up to the hot spot. Here's a fly. Oh,
fine
strong.
mark.
I think that's the old dog.
Is that Old Dog?
Yeah, old dog.
If Old Dog could kick it to Duck Pond, I think that would be awesome.
The world would explode.
Oh.
And it goes out in front of Rowbottom, and we'll see a boundary thrown. Pull your shorts up there, Rowbottom. That's good. Nice work, mate. Don't you dare show us the fly's eyes as we see a boundary thrown inside Rowie.
A wedgie from Chris Rowbottom there, people. You don't see that every day.
Big punch.
Captain Kane head over the ball, but Rowbottom down there in his trademark skins.
Hasn't he got a nice set of legs, Robot?
Oh, looking for a teammate.
Quick kick forward nicely there
By Melanie Gent.
Yep, she did really well. Millie Ingle. And we'll see another boundary throw right in front of the peanut gallery here.
Van Diemen Dogs have to convert, you would think, because they need to stay in touch or else they're going to be blown out of the water.
Oh, they just scooped it away there, the Ramonas. Trying hard down there, nicely worked beautifully there by Feldberg, who hasn't given up all day, trying to punch it away. It comes out to Alda Ways, who threw it.
So courageous.
Beautiful work there by Millie Ingle.
He's remonstrating with the umpire. Ooh.
So Millie Ingle, as the siren goes. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the game. It is the Ramonas are running out victors. 9-10-64 to 7-7-49. Goal kickers for the Dogs. Pat Marshall had 2, Will Feldberg with 2, and then singles to Ryan Kinder and Rowan Pace. For the Ramonas, it was 3 to David O'Byrne and 2 to Trent Bartlett, Josh Bean, and then singles to Roger Hansen. And ladies and gentlemen, Duck Pond kicked a goal. Give a round of applause for all of the goal kickers and all of the players. Incredible stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Doing it for a fantastic cause. And I believe we've got a great band, the Hard-Ons, playing after the game. So stick around for them. We'll cross down to you, Jason Evans, the founder of the Reclink Cup.
Can I cross back to you then?
Yeah, come back later.
No, can I cross back to you now?
No, yeah, if you want to. Back to me then.
Yes.
We're going to get some interviews out there on the ground with Nick McKim and Jason Evans. Jane, what a game we've had.
Just a spectacular game. I think football was the winner. And certainly I hope that Reclink is a winner with the 2017 Reclink Community Cup. Wonderful support from the people of Hobart. I feel that this game and this event will get bigger and bigger, don't you, Tubes?
Absolutely, Jane. And a massive round of applause for our umpires as well, who did a terrific job. Incredible stuff.
Thanks, fellas.
And we will cross down to you now, Jason Evans. You've got David O'Byrne.
No, we have, so me and Sneaky Nick have got David O'Byrne. Mate, just a magnificent game. Just talk us through your thoughts about everything.
Oh, well, everyone's come along for a great game today, and some of those, it's funny, when you look at the Rock Dogs, it's almost like there's 25 Dane Swan lookalikes running around. You just don't know what they're going to do and where they're going to go, but it's a fantastic day, great game. And Trent Bartlett now, he's asking for, if anyone's got any ice for an ice bath, Trent Bartlett needs an ice bath.
And David, Nick McKim here, mate. Now, you're an old cabinet colleague of mine. I remember you pinged a hammy a few years ago. So how are the strings pulled up, firstly?
Well, when you've got strings the size of mine, there's really not much work they're going to go through, so I was fine today. Just trying to keep my feet, that was the problem.
No, you did very well, mate. And you really stood tall in some crucial moments there, so well done.
Thanks, Rach. It's always good to hear, mate. And where were you born? Anywhere?
We've already actually covered that one, mate. Born in the UK. Good on you, David. Well done, David O'Byrne, everyone. Give him a round of applause.
Now, we've got to keep it going here. If we can get another player here, we'll just move over here. I can tell you the Hard-Ons are just about ready to do that. And can we give it up to our wonderful physio team, ladies and gentlemen? Give it up for our wonderful physio team. Thanks very much. Now we've got everyone's ABC favourite person, Rick Flair Goddard. Rick, mate, congratulations, back to back. Like, how do you feel about that first up?
Really surprised. I lay in bed expecting Shredder to rip my head off today, and they looked incredible in training. When we trained here in the rain on Wednesday, they were a slick, well-oiled machine. But I think what we've learned is that the communication in the media was superior, and we had the balance, and that beats skill every time. Oh, and the wiliness of old age.
No, there's nothing like a nice old Pinot in the cellar there, so I agree with you. And Nick, you'd agree with the age thing. What's it like working with the media? What's it like working with the Murdoch press, being ABC? So just talk us through handballing to someone from the Murdoch press as they go scream past you, go, do I or not?
the whole of the media designed, like they're all colluding together to take money off you and exploit your imaginations and minds. So the conspiracy is real. It's just not at the ABC or at Murdoch, like it's just a universal media conspiracy. So I'm selling tinfoil hats over by the stand and get amongst it. No, like the collegiality is incredible. We all train together, we train with the musicians, and plenty of camaraderie between both teams.
And Rick, I wanted to ask you, the ABC is all about balance, as we know, which means if you get someone on saying the Earth is round, you've got to get someone else who's a flat earther on to tell everyone that the Earth is flat. But all jokes aside, how was the bounce out there from the umpires in particular? Do you want to give a shout out to the umpires?
Yeah, the umpires did an incredible job. They made a lot of decisions that made Brooksy, who's an incredible player, upset, and I assume therefore they were doing something to annoy him. He's on the other team. I was happy. I don't really understand the game, so I just go where I'm told and run around enthusiastically.
Well, fantastic, Rick. Congratulations. Rick Goddard, everyone.
Well done. Can we just invite the Van Diemen dogs over here to the central presentation area, the Jim Bacon area? As the dignitaries just come out of the woodwork, we've got members of the MEAA, Young Henrys, Blundstone. Mate, we're flying. Check all these sponsors, Fed Income, whatever they. Could everybody who has just played today, both teams, please give it up for all the volunteers and for all the people here. Players, can we acknowledge the crowd? Thank you very much. So just before the hard-ons play, it is my pleasure to bring up some people for some awards. So, without any further ado, I'm going to call on Andy Miller from Young Henrys to present the Young Henrys Medal for the most courageous player for the Ramonas. So, Andy, you got someone in line?
I didn't realise I was going to be choosing the person as well. Who can say their name the loudest? Bo?
Tubes Taylor, because he's got a microphone.
Come on, Jason, give us a bit of a hand.
Actually, I got that wrong. You're doing the Helen Reddy Medal, and Helen Reddy came from Tasmania, the most determined player, which I thought I said before, but it could be anybody. So just have a look at these faces. Who is the most determined player that would love to have a Young Henrys?
This young lady was here pretty early. Saw her warming up early, so she seems pretty determined.
I'm very privileged to have this medal. I feel very grateful. I'd just like to say thank you to the Ramonas. We played very well. Good on it, I don't know. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Cheers. Yeah, let's get drunk.
Yes, Chloe just said, let's get drunk. Yes, definitely. You don't have to do that, you already are. Greg Finlay, come up here from Blundstone, Tasmania since 1870. Community Cup since 1993, we can't compete with that. Mate, I've asked you to come up here on behalf of Reclink Australia to give the Jim Bacon Medal for the best on ground. So you might want to just speak to the two captains, Chalky, Kane. I'll give you 30 seconds. Because my understanding is Jim Bacon was incredibly supportive of live music. Nick, do you want to speak about Jim Bacon?
Yeah, well, he was incredibly supportive of live music, and he also got a fair bit of redevelopment on football grounds around the state while he was Premier, so good on you, Jim.
Fantastic, thank you. A nice stretch there, appreciate that. As the two captains are conferring, Greg Finlay, are you in a position to announce the best on ground? Greg, are you in a position to present the Jim Bacon Medal for the best on ground?
I am.
Fantastic. Jim, I invite you to the microphone to announce and present the Jim Bacon Medal for best on ground.
from the Dogs, Felberg.
Hey, superstar, come out here. You got to thank people, like everyone, the umpires, the volunteers, your mum and dad.
Yeah, volunteers, umpires, mum and dad and all that. Thanks to the Ramonas for showing up and playing against the Mighty Dogs. Unfortunately, we get it done today, as one said. Also, thanks for everyone turning up. It's a great organisation and a great cause. Let's go have a few cans.
Now, Greg, you've also got to give out some Blunstons, and good luck with that.
I'm going to throw to our commentary team.
Yeah, we've got them up here. We've decided the commentary blunnies will go to 2 players from each side. We're going to go from the Van Diemen Dogs, the boy from Luca Brasi, Pat Marshall with 2 goals. Well done, Patty Marshall. And the number 15 for the Dogs, Mel Gent. She was immaculate in a few contests. Well done to Mel. For the Ramonas, well, Jane and I had to discuss this, and it was very hard because we felt like the Ramonas had contributors across the whole ground. I'll put it over to you, Jane.
Yeah, look, Big Al DeWays just gave his all, the 4 quarters. And our second choice is, he didn't give his all at training because he only rocked up about 4 hours ago, Josh Bean.
There you go, Josh Bean. You've won yourself a pair of blunnies as well. Back down to you, Jason.
Thanks, Greg. I would invite the 2 captains out. So, Chalky, can you come out here? And Kane Young. Because what we're going to do here, we're going to nominate an award for the opposing player. So, Chalky, you're going to give the Young Henry's Medal the most courageous player to the Ramonas. Do you have someone in line?
I didn't really take much notice of the Ramonas. But there were some good players there. I think it has to go to Duck Pond.
That's a popular win.
Duck Pond.
Sir Duck Pond.
Cheers. I'd just like to say thanks to everyone in all the teams. It's been amazing to meet you all on all the practices we've done. And I really feel a great sense of community amongst all the people here. And thanks to Evo and everyone at Reclink for making a fantastic event happen all around the country. So it's great to be involved.
Well, Kane, you're here to announce the most courageous Van Diemen dog, which will receive the Republic Bar and Cafe Medal. You've cast your eye over those tricolours there. Very disappointed, and I invite you to nominate your winner.
The Republic Bar and Cafe most courageous player for the Dogs today, I think, was Shredder.
I'd like to thanks everyone for coming out today. That delay is really throwing me off. But I'd like to thank, the Ramonas. Thanks for coming out. Everyone coming out. My teammates, the fucking Dogs. It is absolutely all time. Okay? Thanks a lot, everyone.
What delay? What delay? What delay? Senator Nick McGinn, can you please take the Community Cup shield off Guy Paramore, who made it? Senator, can you present it to Mr. John Ballas, the CEO of Reclink Australia? And John, I'm going to invite you to say a few words and then present it to the winning team.
Wow, what can you say? What a fantastic match. Everyone that I spoke to, all the audience, as I went around today, remarked just about the quality of the playing. It's just exceptional. The marking, the laughter, the camaraderie, all the fumbles and all the excitement, all the thrills and spills. I mean, in many ways, that typifies and describes the Community Cup. So thank you so much. To the Ramonas, well, before I do that, of course, to the Van Diemen Dogs, putting up a significant fight, playing exceptional football, but on this particular occasion, just not getting over the line. To the Ramonas, maybe a hand for the Van Diemen Dogs, please. And last year, the Ramonas reigned by 2 points. This year, of course, they've absolutely crystallised their game plan and have reigned supreme. So again, congratulations to the Ramonas. Thank you so much. And if I can get the captains and the coach, please, to accept this Reclink Community Cup shield.
Thanks, John. Cheers, mate. Thanks, Evo. Cheers, mate. Thanks to all the dogs. It was an awesome game, much like last year. It's going to get better and better and bigger every year. So look forward to seeing all you guys again next year. To the Miners, back to back, baby! Thanks to Reclink and all the committee members and all the volunteers that helped out today, and both the bands for playing today, but mainly to all the fans for turning out. Awesome job. See you all next year. Everyone, head to the main stage for the Hard-Ons.
You can follow me now. You can two come follow me.
Hey, everyone, move over this way. Move in the background. Wellington. Just over this way a bit. Some people bob down. Tall to crouch down. Bob down, bob down.